Okay, I am now getting ready to start on Tempest board number 2. I've pulled all the software out because I'm going to do the same thing I did on the first one. I'm going to go through all of the chips and make sure they're all good. First thing, and I am going to replace just this socket because it's one of those Atari sockets. The rest of them are fine, but that socket's going to go. Other than that, this board set has never had any work done to it at all. It's a complete untouched, unworked on board set, which is really kind of unusual, but cool. It's complete this time. It's not missing anything. And it's never, no soldering iron has ever touched these boards. It's pretty cool. This has nice ceramic bit slice chips. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the programmer out. I'm going to go through all of the software. I'm going to pull this thing, and then I'm going to wash both the boards. I'll pull all 4 of these out. And then I'm going to wash all the boards. Both the boards, I should say. Then I will visit the 2 connectors, redo those, and we'll be ready to put it together and plug it in and see what happens. So first things first, I'm going to go through the software, make sure it's all good. And this is the board set after cleaning, after washing it. Really good. Really, really nice. I put a new CPU socket in it. I went through all of the ROMs. I dumped them and verified them. This is revision 1 ROM set. Well, the next thing to do is look at these. I'm going to look at the back side of these connectors and see how they look. It's a really, really nice board set. Super clean. Unhacked. No work. No work done on these at all. Ever. Alrighty. Well, let's look at these pins. See how they're looking. Okay. I've cleaned the boards, and they came out really nice. I removed the CPU socket. I removed it. I'm going to replace it. But I'm looking at these here, and this one right there, that is definitely a cracked solder joint. Can't really focus. Cold solder joint, if you will, whatever you want to call it. And I'd seen a total of 4. But there's one right there. The one right next to it. That one doesn't look too good. That third one looks bad. The last one looks bad. A lot of bad solder joints on here. I haven't even looked at the other board. So that'll get done. This one I just got done washing. It's still a touch wet from the alcohol. Let's take a look at this one. I haven't looked at this yet. That one's bad. These two look bad. That one's definitely cracked. That one looks bad. You can see the little ring around there. Yep, so these will have to be solder. Will be I'll remove the solder and re-solder them. Alrighty, that'll be next, as I'll take care of that. Okay, I now have both of these resoldered. So now it's time to put them together. Oh, I gotta get the iron back out. I forgot about the socket. Let me go ahead and put that socket in. Okay, CPU socket is soldered in and cleaned up. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and put all the ROMs back in it and hook it up and see what happens. Okay, I got the board all put back together. I did have to take the pokies out of the first board that I repaired, because these pokies, there was only two good pokies between the two boards, so I just took them and popped them in here, so it's complete with, I know these are good and they're in the right way. Don't need to blow them up. Damn it. And there's only one cable, so I scammed the cable to use. I wanted to kind of show my harness here that I had built and the addition that I just put on it. This goes to the trackball. This goes to my trackball, so I can actually, move the little whatever it is around the grid. Yep. Pretty sweet. Alrighty, I'm gonna hook this thing all up and get my old junky oscilloscope over here so we can see what's going on. Everything is in the right way. Okay, yep. Let's hook it up and turn it on and see what happens, or what doesn't happen. Okay, we are all hooked up and ready to plug it in and see what happens. Parts. That's right. That I triple checked that. We got trackball ready. Okay, we're ready to go. So let's plug it in and, well, how about that? There it is. It works. I'm not going to bother adjusting the pots to make it bigger. It doesn't matter anyway. These are going to have to be readjusted by the you know, by the customer. When he gets this back in his game, he's going to have to adjust them. So, yeah. Well, let's test some sounds. Okay, what am I doing here? Oh, I need to get this thing. I need to get this guy right here. Hook to ground. Yeah, we're still good. Let's coin it up. Coin, 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 coin. And start. Should be started. It is. Trackball works, or the spinner. Yep. Oh, what else are we going to do? Fire and super zapper. Let's restart. Now we're just going to test the other sounds. Fire and super zapper. It works. Good to go. Okay, well, as usual, boy, this was an easy one. The only thing I did was reflowed the pins on the headers, connectors. I replaced the CPU socket, and I washed the board really good. That's really it. Now it'll have to go for, this was just a maintenance repair. It's really all it was. You know, I didn't have to really do much of anything, just a little bit of maintenance. Cleaning, redoing the solder, replacing that. That was it. So this one will go for 3 hours. I'm going to leave it on for 3 hours. And that'll be it. Tempest number 2 complete. Alright, well, if you like this kind of stuff, as usual, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.